What's up everybody and welcome to another Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. So we did have a really strong week for mods. Two of the mods that came out this week I think are going to be mods that you're going to want to have for a lot longer than just 1 week. There's nothing really else to be said, so with that let's just get right into it. So first up we have the Deathclaw Babies mod. So with Wasteland Workshop we did get cages for our workshops, and basically what that allowed you to do was capture Deathclaws. Full-size Deathclaws that would happen randomly over a certain amount of time, and basically what this adds in is 2 new cages, one for juvenile Deathclaws and one for hatchling Deathclaws. These both effectively function the same way as the other Deathclaws, except slightly less. So they don't have as much health, they don't do as much damage, and they provide less defense for your settlement. So if you get attacked, these guys will actually run away as long as there's no heavier Deathclaws, because they are hatchlings and juveniles, so you need a bigger Deathclaw around to actually fight them and have them react, and the bigger Deathclaw will defend them. It's a really simple mod, but it's pretty cool just having some smaller Deathclaws around your settlement. It really feels like you're taming these animals, these crazy beasts. You're getting some younger ones and hatchlings, and whenever I came back to my settlement I wanted to look at them again and kind of just inspect how they were doing. The Central Station mod is another one of those mods that gives you a cleaner and nicer way of fast traveling, not just opening your map, clicking on somewhere, and then you're there. What it adds are all these little substations around the map. I show you the one right next to Red Rocket, but these are all around the map again. So basically once you go in here you have a fully fledged out subway. I actually really like this mod because there's some sounds going on in the background. You could hear train noises and like the arrival signals and stuff, which is really cool. I like that little touch. But the one thing I really like, and I think that makes this really well balanced, is you can't just take the train. It's not as simple as, oh, here's a subway station at Red Rocket, I'm going to get in and go to the airport. Once you get to the airport, the door's actually locked from the outside. It's chained up. So you're going to have to have gone to the airport by foot first, and then you could take the subway there and back to Red Rocket. So you're going to have to go to each of these locations individually on your own before you could use the subway at them. I think this is a really clean and nice way of getting around the Commonwealth. This coupled with one of those boat mods that let you go around the coast would be really nice, and I think would be a really good way to use fast travel. So this is actually a really cool mod. Frisbee Mine is a mod that a commenter actually turned me on to. He said he didn't realize why it wasn't getting so much attention, and it's actually really old, and yeah. So it hasn't been updated since the 8th of March, but it still works flawlessly, and basically what it does is allow you to throw your mine like a frisbee. There are 2 versions, one that add new mines as frisbees, or the one I was using where existing mines turn into frisbees. So now basically what happens is you'll throw your mine, and it'll be almost like a grenade. That's the best comparable way. You have the arc right there. And this mod was immensely satisfying to use. Being able to whip mines at raiders and seeing their limbs blow off in real time was really cool. It might be a little bit overpowered, but frankly if you're in the late game, mines aren't that strong to begin with, so being able to whip them at enemies like this really gave them a nice buff and made it a lot more fun than just placing them on the ground and waiting for them to come to you. Nano Labs adds in basically a very modern, very nice, craftable, portable player settlement. So what you do is you go to a chemistry workstation and you can craft Nano Labs grenades. When you throw this down, you'll get an entrance to Nano Labs. There is a really clean and really nice settlement. The reason I like this over some other settlement mods is it's portable without being totally portable. You're basically creating a teleporter to the settlement every single time you throw down one of these grenades, so you can more or less go to it anytime you want, or anywhere you want, more importantly. The settlement itself is really clean, has all the storage, and basically everything you would want. I like how it's super modern. It definitely feels like you're an established person in the wasteland and this is where you could go home to relax or something like that. It's meant to be very Institute themed, so you should feel cleansed, and you know, maybe you should be Institute aligned if you want to install this mod, but I'm not going to tell anybody. At the end there is a portal back to the Institute, which is pretty cool, especially if you aligned with them. You can get right back there easily. This mod also adds in some unique weapons, so they're hidden around in Nano Labs. You have to go through and find them. I'm not going to spoil what those are. I do check out the one Pip-Boy in this video, but yeah, so go look for those while you're exploring the mod, but definitely a cool portable housing mod. At the start of this video I talked about 2 mods that would kind of be mods you have installed for a long time and mods that you'll go back to. Well, this is the first of those mods. The portal gun mod is something that sounds like it'd be cheesy and kind of clunky in Fallout. It's not. Whoever made this knew exactly what they were doing because it works flawlessly. It literally is as simple as shoot a portal there, shoot a portal next to you, go through, and you'll be over there. I did a full video of this yesterday, and frankly, I don't think videos do this mod justice. This is one of those mods that you have to just install for yourself and play around with. It's not balanced right now, or there's no good way to get it, but still, it's a lot of fun to play around with and just teleport different places. You could even go as far as I could shoot one portal at Red Rocket Workshop, travel to Castle, shoot another portal, and then I basically have a fast travel teleporter from Red Rocket to Castle, wherever you left those two portals. You could also send enemies and other entities through the portals, so I created a death trap with a really tall tower right there. But yeah, it's a really cool mod. You should definitely check it out. I'm sure this will be a mod that's around for a while and making some of the top 10 Fallout 4 mods in general list. So yeah. Last but not least, we have Vivid Weather. So this is by far one of the best weather mods out right now. I think personally it is the single best weather mod. Basically what it does is overhaul the weather system in Fallout 4. It changes the existing and modifies a lot of things, and then adds in a ton of its own stuff. There are 15 versions of just clear days. Even the regular weathers are just totally overhauled. It makes things a lot more dynamic, and it makes the weather system a lot more exciting. It changes the way rain work and fog by adding them in light, medium, and heavy versions. So when you have a heavy rain coming in, you definitely know. When you walk outside, visibility is low, it looks scary, and it's really loud. What I think this mod does that a lot of the other weather mods kind of failed at is it makes weather an important part of your game. You want to act around the weather. If there's some heavy rain or fog outside, I will definitely act around that. If I'm exploring or doing a quest and all of a sudden it starts snowing or we have a thunderstorm, I get kind of scared. It gets a little bit more eerie and it makes me want to make decisions based on the weather. It's not an afterthought anymore. Now it becomes more to the forefront and I have to kind of choose what I'm going to do based around that.